Before we run the clip of Noam Chomsky's response to what his views on the Enlightenment are, we will go over Noam's positive aspects of the Enlightenment beforehand and the critical aspects after the video. Chomsky aligns with the Enlightenment's emphasis on questioning established authority and using reason to understand the world. He vies it as a crucial step towards individual liberty and social progress. Chomsky sees the Enlightenment's focus on individual rights and freedoms as foundational to his own political beliefs, particularly libertarian socialism. He argues that true democracy requires extending these principles to the economic sphere, advocating for worker control of production and communities. Like Enlightenment thinkers, Chomsky stresses the importance of education and informed public participation in shaping society. He sees critical thinking and active citizenship as essential to resist oppression and promote social justice. Now to this wonderful clip of Noam.
What does that mean to you to continue in some way the legacy of the Enlightenment?
Enlightenment, like any major movement in human life, was pretty complicated, but among its major features were commitment to ideas that I think are basically anarchist. So take, say, ideas about, take division of labor, and let's take a typical Enlightenment figure, Adam Smith. What did he have to say about division of labor? Well, here it's worth reading. I mean, everyone's read the first paragraph of Wealth of Nations, which, Butcher does his thing, and everybody does their own thing, everything comes out fine. So division of labor is marvelous. On the other hand, if you read in a few hundred pages, he comes out as a figure of the Enlightenment. He says, division of labor will turn human beings into creatures as stupid and ignorant as a person can possibly be, because it'll drive them into repeating rote work on command. And therefore, in any civilized society, he says, the government will have to move in to stop it. Well, that's a version of a standard Enlightenment idea that your own intelligence and creative abilities derive from what you do. If Wilhelm von Humboldt, one of the founders of what we call classical liberalism, but again, a figure of the Enlightenment, he encapsulated it by saying that if a craftsperson does, he'd say craftsman, of course, if a craftsman produces a beautiful object on command, we may admire what he does, but we'll despise what he is. He's a creature, he's a tool and under somebody else's control, like a machine that's producing a beautiful object. If we want that person to be a real human being, they should be doing things under their own internal impulses. And then if it creates, even maybe it's not a beautiful object, we'll still admire what the person is. Well, that's an Enlightenment idea. It grows out a conception of human intelligence, human creativity. I think it's a very good ideal. Same with some values like, say, freedom of speech. I think we should preserve that. And even the questioning of authority and dominance, that's core Enlightenment values. So I don't see what's wrong with that.
Chomsky critiques the Enlightenment's Eurocentric perspective and its often hypocritical application of its ideals. He highlights how colonial expansion and subjugation of other cultures often contradicted its professed values of universal reason and equality. Chomsky also recognizes the limitations of pure rationality and emphasizes the role of emotions, empathy, and historical context in shaping human thought and behavior. He argues that the Enlightenment's overemphasis on reason can neglect these crucial aspects of human experience. Chomsky acknowledges the ongoing struggle to fulfill the Enlightenment's ideals. He points to the rise of powerful institutions like corporations and media that undermine individual freedom and critical thinking, necessitating constant vigilance and resistance. I hope you liked the video and give the channel a subscribe. Now take care and bye-bye.